How well we hear is often to do with how old we are.
Why does our hearing get worse as we get older? Is it just an inevitable part of the ageing process?
These are the Peppers and Pickups, 3 generations of one family who all live in Leeds.
My granddad's hearing's got worse.
I believe fervently that I ain't got nothing on my ears.
My hearing's perfect. Oh, I think it is.
But are they right? We're putting each generation through a hearing test to see how well they cope with different frequencies.
Thank you.
The family did really well with the hearing test and the results were pretty much as we'd expect. Both Mum and Callum's hearing levels were within a normal range. Grandad's hearing had deteriorated slightly, especially in the high frequencies, so we had a high frequency hearing loss for Grandad.
And is this what you'd expect to see in the overall population?
We know that by the age of 50, around 40% of individuals will have some kind of hearing loss.
But why do we tend to lose our hearing as we get older? To find out, we need to get to grips with the mechanics of the ear. Time for a bit of model making.
This is how your ear works. Sound comes in and is funneled down to your eardrum. That passes the sound on through the ossicles and into your inner ear, which has got these semicircular canals which help you balance. But it's also got this thing. This huge curly-whirly is called the cochlea. And inside this are lots of little hairs. And as they're wafted about, they detect the sound. Now, this part of the cochlea is tuned to high-frequency sounds. And this bit up here is tuned to low-frequency sound. As you age, these hairs along here gradually break off. And that's why the older you get, the less well you hear high-frequency sounds.
To demonstrate what this means, I'm throwing a special party for the family and their friends of all ages.
But what they don't know is that underneath the table, I've concealed this speaker here, hooked up to a computer, and it can make this hideous, high-pitched whining noise like this, OK? And every couple of minutes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the frequency, and we'll see what happens.
At first, no one seems to hear a thing. As the frequency drops, the first people to notice are the kids.
See, this great noise.
But the older generation seem baffled.
OK, everybody, thank you very much. We've finished our little experiment. You didn't realise you were being guinea pigs. Under here, excuse me, let me show them under the table. Under here, we've got our device under here. We've had a speaker under there playing you hideous high-pitched noises, which some of you couldn't hear. Who could hear it to start with? Some of you guys, yeah?
I could.
You could. Young man over there, jolly good.
Well, at first I didn't hear anything. I was quite surprised that Michael heard something.
I thought the children were having a joke, actually. I didn't get the joke.
So here's me thinking I've got perfect hearing, but I couldn't hear it.
Losing our ability to pick up high frequencies makes a big difference to how clearly we hear.
This is me talking to you at my normal volume, and you should be able to hear me pretty well, even with all this background noise going on, until we do this. And now what we've done is we've cut out the high frequencies. And what this does is this merges the background noise with the foreground noise, that's the beat, and it makes it much more difficult to hear me. In the future, things could improve, and scientists are researching ways of reversing the damage. But until then, we'll just have to look after our ears. Isn't that right, folks?
Yeah!
Ted Killen, the audiologist you saw in the film, joins us now. Ted, something that troubles me...